Welcome back to another episode of Adoptions from the Heart TV. I'm your host, Amanda Aliberti. One of the greatest things about Adoptions from the Heart is we are a non-discriminatory agency. Nowadays, families come in all shapes and sizes. Today we're going to be sitting down with Chris and Jeremy, who are going to talk about their experience of being a gay couple adopting through our agency. Now let's turn to Jeremy and Chris.
Thank you for joining us, Jeremy and Chris, once again on AFTHtv. Will you explain a little bit what it's like to be a gay couple adopting for the first time and what it was like coming through our agency and how did you feel?
I think what I internalized of my fears of it was more than what the actual reality was. It was with the agency, it was a great experience. You know, we were completely accepted for who we are, and you know, there was no concerns or feelings of awkwardness at any point during that process. And then from the outside perspective, like just dealing with the real world, after we had placement and we had our son, you know, there was concerns about, okay, how's it gonna be in public when there's two of us walking around a store with, you know, we're an obvious gay couple with a child. You know, it's a little bit harder to hide that when you have a kid, and not that we were ashamed of it or anything like that, but we didn't want our son to have any negative experiences from the general public. And it's been great so far across the board. We've had mostly 99% positive experiences overall.
That was one of my questions. Have you experienced any unkind remarks or criticism from the outside community with being two dads?
Some dummy driving by in a truck, like saying something stupid that they would say anyway, you know?
Well, honestly, it's been the exact opposite.
Yeah,
more people have gone above and beyond to stop us, and like we're walking through down a Walmart aisle and somebody stops us and says, "Oh, your son is so cute, what's his name?" And they actually go out of their way to engage with us, which I wasn't expecting either. So it's been a really great experience overall, I think.
I think it is an amazing thing being gay and adopting a child, because our gay community just embraced us so much and embraced our son so much. I mean, he has so many aunts and uncles. I mean, he has an Aunt Bobby and an Uncle Peggy. Like, you know, there's just every color, size, shape, sexual orientation, everything in his life that I think it's only going to benefit him being a part of this community, whoever he turns out to be. But it is, I don't think we've had a negative experience, like I said, he said, at all. Random people, but anything. I mean, one of his very first outings was to Kmart, and we were paranoid because, you know, it's Kmart, you don't know. And we walking him through in the cart, and this little old lady stops us and just starts talking to us. And it's very clear it's the two of us with a small child. But I think maybe we've gotten like, oh, is it Daddy's Day out? Like once or twice, but yeah, it's Daddy's Day, but it's always Daddy's Day out.
How to refer to that. And you did mention, you know, color. You know, you adopted transracially as well. So how has that been for you as a gay couple adopting transracially?
I'd say it's very similar to the experience we just described with the gay experience. It hasn't really been any different, you know, because like he was saying, in our circle of friends and family, there's so many differences in cultures and everything that it's just part of our norm. So,
and correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember that your son's birth mother said she wanted a gay couple. And how did that make you feel?
Really good. I mean, she said he's going to be super tall, so she wanted two guys to be able to put him in his place if needed be. Right. I can already see that being an issue because he is very tall. But no, she
jokingly said that, but her main reason was because she wanted to do something for a couple that couldn't do it on their own. Okay. So that was really touching.
That's great. Yeah. And you have a great relationship with her, and she's very proud that you're his father.
Yeah.
Good. So, any word of advice to any gay couples coming into our program?
I would say, any fears you're having, just put them in the back of your head, because really the reality is much better than anything you could think would be bad or negative. You know, you're not really going to have that experience overall.
They always try. The agency, I think, tried to prepared us for the worst. And that was a good thing, because we didn't come anywhere close to that. So we had all these fears, like, you're going to have to come out every single time you're in the public with him, and blah, 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 blah. And, oh my God, we're going to have to do that. And then none of that happened.
Okay.
You know, I mean, and of course, it has a lot to do with where we live, and you know, we're in a blue collar town where we live, but overall, the area that we live in is a very open and liberal space. So I think that contributes a lot to it too, and just being in a diverse area automatically just makes everything much more easy.
How long did you wait for your son? What was the waiting process like?
It was about 2 years that we were waiting.
Okay.
In that time, it was challenging, you know, mentally to say, you keep thinking is ever going to happen? You know, are we going to be picked? And we were pretty conservative in our
Your profile,
in our profile, right, for what we wanted, what we were looking for. At the end of the day, though, you know, it was meant to be. You know,
Sure.
once he was in our arms, and you know, now we've had him for 3 years. I couldn't imagine
3
any
years,
other.
wow, that's-
I know, almost 3 years.
seems like yesterday.
A month or so.
Did you do anything within that period of the 2.5 years? Did you attend our support groups? Did you do any webinars? Did you do anything to really help you? Did you talk to your social worker to get you through that time?
Yeah, I think we did, and we reached out to another gay couple specifically when we were waiting, and I think it's just nice to know somebody else is in that same boat.
In that experience.
And that's
Who had
all-
also gone through.
Yeah,
the
who
same
also
process.
gone through the same
Yeah.
process, and just being in that and knowing that someone else is there and had gone through it before, it makes you go, okay, it's gonna be fine, it's no big deal.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, like once you have him, it's like you even said, like, how long did we wait? It was
You don't
2 years.
remember, yeah.
It's you know, it's negligible in what you have now.
Right. We always like to tell our families when you least expect it. When
Yeah,
you
right.
least expect it, and it was definitely worth the
Right.
wait.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you
When
so
it's meant
much.
to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Jeremy and Chris, for talking about your experience adopting through our agency. We're hopeful that this will help other families who are considering adopting. Thanks so much, and tune in next week.